daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. I am honored that you've taken the time out of your day to join me this morning, Tuesday, November 29th, 2022, here at Forex Smart Trade. Our goal is to help you transform yourself and become the best version of yourself by teaching you how to currency trade using our proprietary trading indicators, which, as you will see, are as accurate as anything I found. And we found that the best way to train you is not just giving you a bunch of videos to look at, but giving you personalized one-on-one instruction. So we're going at your pace and providing the information that you need to succeed. As we train you, we evaluate your kind of risk profile and preferences and create a trade plan around that. We've got a dozen different signals. The one I am going to use today is something called the 10-point trade. So with that, let's jump into it. We first need to listen to this guy, and then we can get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker. We make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trades. We have a number of them, and I just was informed last night, but haven't had a chance to follow up on it. We've got a trade in the morning at 10 a.m., another trade in the evening at 10 p.m., where we review a number of strategies, and we have someone like me who comes online and walks through their analysis and provides a recommendation on a trade. So with that, let's the other piece of that is, so while you're learning, you are constantly being able to interact with someone who is a good trader, and then we supplement that with constant instruction. So every Wednesday evening we have a training session, and also every Saturday morning. So you have opportunities to ask questions, interact, and just continuing to refine your skill. With that, I work off of a checklist. Helps me stay focused. I start every day by just turning my green charts on and off, clear out the memory, make sure it's running optimally. Also, my MetaTrader 4. Good habit is to review the trades of the previous day that didn't go the way you wanted. on last night's trade setup. If you took it, we got stopped out. I actually took the trade twice. So on one of them, I got stopped out. Well, actually, you know what? I try to record the trades that I hand out here on my live account. I didn't. I pulled the stop loss because I had taken I hedged with a buy. The signal was a good signal. It was a strong down across the board. There was no question in my mind when I took it. I haven't decided how I'm going to try to deal with it yet, but I will probably after this session. So, but the signal was good. It was a strong down. They hit most of the time. Last night didn't. As we are technical traders, and I would have expected it to close by now, by the way. As we are technical traders, we're trading based on the price action. News impacts currency. We want to know what the news is so we can trade around it. And we get the news by going to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks items down or news items down into three categories: yellow, which is low impact; orange, which is medium impact; and red, which is high impact. And this morning we've got a red item coming up on the Canadian dollar at 8:30. I don't like to trade within that 2-hour window, so we will not take any trades on the Canadian dollar. And we have some news at 10 with the pound. Bank of England Governor Bailey is speaking, and he's kind of the equivalent of the Fed chairman. And today at 10, we have on the USD the consumer confidence numbers being released. I would probably want to be out of this trade, any trade that we took this morning, for either of these items by 8 o'clock. So we will consider that. If it's a quick trade and I think it's going to move, we'll consider that. If not, we'll skip this. These weren't here last night, so these just posted. So that's why it is good to come back and check it, every morning and see what's up there. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look and see what we've got. On the 10-point trade, this signal you can use off of any chart, and when I say any chart, I mean any pair. And then I also mean any time frame. I prefer, based on my trade strategy, I prefer to trade off of a 1-hour signal. 1-hour signal, I like to be 30 minutes into the chart before I take the trade to give the indicator a chance to set up. On a 1-hour chart, trades are usually worth between 3 and 35 pips. My sweet spot tends to be 10 to 11 pips, and I am expecting the trade to close within 1 to 3 hours. And the strategy here is basically to get the lines from each of the three sections of the indicator to line up. And if I can get that, that gives me a high probability of the direction of the trade moving the way I want. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look. So we're going to start. The chart I'm using is the Light 6 Major, which is one of your standard charts. I am interested in, I'm going to start with the middle section of the chart, the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. And I am looking for situations where the lines of the major and minors are either above this horizontal blue line, the overbought line, and pointing down, or below this horizontal red line, the oversold line, and pointing up. So here we are overbought, but the lines are going up. I want the lines pointing down. Can I get 10 pips by taking a buy when we're overbought? Yes, I can. You can see it here. But it's just not part of my trade strategy. I don't know how much more is up is in the move when we are overbought. And I don't want to take a chance of taking a buy when we're overbought and it turning. So I don't do it. Now, I say I don't do it on this strategy, the 1 hour strategy. I won't do it. But if you've noticed, I trade primarily the Euro USD. If the Euro USD is approaching overbought on the 1 hour chart, and I still think there's more in the move, I may look to the 2 hour chart and the 4 hour chart. And if we are oversold and those indicators are going up, I might try to get 10 pips off of that. But on this trade that I'm showing you now, we're not. We want the simplest in and out move that we can get. So overbought going up, there's nothing. Here we are approaching overbought. It seems like we're turning in the channel. We don't have a strong down commitment yet. And we don't have the double cross. There's 3 elements I'm looking for. 1, that we're overbought. 2, everybody's going down. And 3, that we have the double cross. We've been hanging out up here for a while, and not anything, and we don't really have the double cross going down on the major. They're starting to go down, but it's really more sideways. I want something a little stronger than this. Although it's not part of the signal, I always check out the slope of the green line on the majors. And here we are a little less than 45 degrees. I don't like it when it's less than 45 degrees. USD pound. We didn't quite get to oversold yet. It touched the line and started to turn. These are really sideways, so I'm going to pass. Plus, we've got the news coming up. USD Canadian dollar. We did get into overbought. Minors are coming down. Majors are still sideways. Dollar Swiss franc. We're in the middle of the channel going down, and it looks like it's losing steam. We've got kind of a nice steep down here, which this was a nice signal had you caught it an hour ago, but it's losing gas. We get the kink in the line here. And then USD yen. Oversold. Minors are going up, majors are sideways. About 20 minutes ago, this was an okay signal, but as you can see, it's not a strong signal. And usually, since all of these are US based, if one of them is good, most of the others are good. Then it's a question of which one is the best. But right now, these are all kind of weak. So we're going to pass. So what I've done is I've cloned this chart, and I've made a second chart that has 6 non-US pairs. Euro pound overbought. Everybody's coming down. But we don't really have the double cross here. So I'm going to pass. Australian dollar, yen. We're in the middle of the channel, more than halfway. My kind of rule of thumb is I'm not interested if the green line has crossed over the halfway mark. Euro Canadian dollar. Euro Canadian dollar. this is a pretty good signal. Overbought, everybody's going down. We've got the double cross. When I get the 3 points here, there's good steepness on the line. When I get the 3 points here, I will jump up to the TNTs and count how many lines are supporting what I'm seeing here. So the thick orange is coming down, but the thin orange is going up. So I may have one of the two oranges. Dotted blue is going up. When dotted blue goes up, that means sell. The blue lines are inversely related. So I may have 2 of the 4 here. So I want 3 of the 4 here telling me that this is good. What I'm trying to do is each of these sections are measuring different things. And if I get agreement across all 3, that's a good trade. Now, our other issue, of course, is what we just said a minute ago is we get news coming up at in 2 hours or less than 2 hours. This news, this is like a published number, so that this will tend to get leaked beforehand, and it'll start to impact the pair. So as it starts to impact the pair, there could be a big. This will start moving before the indicator picks it up. So I just don't want to get involved with it. So we're going to stay away from that. Australian, New Zealand dollar. We're approaching evening time. So I probably wouldn't trade this at this time of day. And we're also approaching overbought. Pound yen. Oversold. Minors are going up. Majors are still sideways, so nothing there. Last night I had told you that we had that big down on the day chart, and indeed that did close for 22 pips. Let's see, and I will start sending that out probably next week. I'll start sending out 2 overnight trades, one on the Euro USD and one on the pound yen. Euro Australian dollar oversold, going down, so we're going to pass. So again, let's go. I've cloned it again. Canadian dollar, yen, oversold. Everybody's going up, and I've got the double cross. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. So I've got 3 of the 4 here. When I go to the pressure to get the last element of it, I want these lines either going up or I want the green line on top. And I have neither of those. We wouldn't take this trade even if we did have the green line on top or the lines going up, because we're going to stay away from the Canadian dollar this morning. Euro New Zealand dollar oversold, going down. This is a good example here of a little bit of a head fake. You've got the big down movement, starts to go up. So you're saying, hey, it's going down. I want to catch. Now it's going to go up. You start to take the buy, and then it keeps going down. Here, you got the slight turn, but again, the angle on this isn't great. And when you've got a big down move like this, I want to wait till not just this is going up, but I want this closer to the red line. I want the major indicator to be up, getting into the red line. This isn't enough, and the slope here isn't quite enough for me, because you would have here you had the 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down, thick blue was still going up, so you had 3 of the 4, and you would have had the pressure because you have the line on top. when I see a big down move and it starts to turn, I will wait for a stronger signal so that you don't catch this head fake where it starts to go up and then keeps going down. A pound New Zealand dollar oversold. Everybody's going up. So we've got 3 points here. The slope of the green line is going from less steep to more steep, so that's good. So I've got 3 points here. This is a little bit more than 45 degrees. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. So I got three of the 4 on the TNTs. I have down pressure, but I do have the green line on top. So I've got 7 points here. 1 point here, 3 points here, and 3 points here. We've got that news at 10 a.m., the announcement coming up. So now the question is, do I think we can get a trade that closes within an hour? Let's do just a little bit more study on this. When I do see the setup, I want to confirm the setup, and I'm going to confirm the setup by looking at the 2 and the 4 hour chart. So let's switch over here. Let's see, you know what? I got to write it down because I forget. Great Britain pound, NZD, and we're looking at a buy. So in England right now, it is about lunchtime. So we still got maybe 4 hours in the day. New Zealand, it's approaching evening. So this is what we were looking at. This is the signal we were looking at. I am looking to see that the 2 and the 4 hour are oversold. And the reason for this is if we are oversold, I want to get the jump. If this signal weakens on the 1 hour, I will still eventually get the trade on the 2 or the 4 hour. It's just going to take longer for it to happen. So we are oversold. I don't need it to be going up. I prefer that we've gone from overbought to oversold. Here we've been kind of hanging out and oversold the last 6 hours. And here we've been hanging out oversold last 2 candles, last 8 hours. So this is okay. Let's save this so we can come back and look at it. Again, my only issue is we've got that news coming up. So let's Great Britain pound, NZD. So then I want to know, kind of walking through my analysis, I want to know what the trade is worth. So this is a trade where it's not kind of by a rote formula where when you see it, it's worth 3 pips or 5 pips. This is going to be worth somewhere between 5 and 35 pips. So I need to figure that out. So to figure that out, I want to know what the trend is and where the support and resistance is. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. So I am going to just tighten the screen up so I can see all the spots where the candles stop, and I'm going to draw a line in. With respect to the trend, it looks like we don't really have a trend. It's just been going up and down, kind of within the channel. On the Euro USD, these lines tend to be about 30 pips apart. So we're at 92, 34, 92, 93, 74. So there's going to be a few more spots in here. So let's add another one. So it stopped in here. It stopped in here. It's kind of stopping in here, over here. And let's pull this back out so we can see it better. $92.04. So this is 80 pips, the difference here. Usually I like to even have that a little tighter on a 1 hour chart. So let's just add another line in here. And the reason I want to know where these are is because they tend to stop. The lines tend to, the pricing tends to stop at these spots. And since I want to get in and get out, I want to know where they are so that I can get in and get out quicker. So you can see, it stopped here, it stopped here, it stopped over here, over here, over here a little bit. So, it goes up to the line, hits it, then breaks through, goes up, hits it, stops, comes back, hits it, breaks through, goes up, comes back, comes down again. So here we're sitting right on a line. We've got we were looking at a buy trade. We've got a big down here. In fact, the down is so much. Let's do it from here. We started around here. We can expect some retracement. This is a Fibonacci. Fibonacci was a math guy who found this pattern that in nature replicates itself everywhere. It's amazing how many things have a Fibonacci associated with them. From the patterns of the stems in a leaf to what makes a building pleasing to look at. This Fibonacci pattern captures it. So normally when you get a big drop like this, you're going to see a retracement. That retracement, it's usually going to go back to about the 38% mark. But our issue here is we're sitting right on this line, and I don't want to take a trade until it closes on the other side of this line. So we're going to pass that plus the news. So let's just let's keep looking and see what else we see. Pound middle of the channel, overbought going up. We don't have agreement here. I'm going to go kind of fast now because we only have a minute left. Overbought, oversold, sideways, disagreement. We get the pound here, so this is similar to what we were just looking at with the Australian dollar overbought going up. I'm going to now see if I'm going to change signals and see if we have a thick orange line signal. Let's see if we can get something real quick. Thick orange line signal. I'm looking for this number here to be 0 or 10. This is a little simple trade. So I'm going to do it real quick. No, no, no. Yes. But this doesn't support what I'm seeing here. Yes, this is within 1 of 10. Not seeing support. No. No, 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 no. This trade is good when there's less than 5 minutes left. And we're going to see if we catch it. No, no. Yeah. Oh, no, that's changed. All right. All right, gang. We did not find we did not find a good trade this morning. But you did get good analysis in terms of how I think about looking at a trade. It's you only need 2 or 3 good trades a day to make money. You need a few more if you have a loss to get back to break even, which is what we're doing today. But it's having confidence that the signal works and waiting till you see the setup. I don't like to guess on the setups. I don't like to pre-assume that things are turning. I want to wait for it to turn and then take the trade. I don't care if I lose a few pips on the entry. I care that the direction of the trade is going in the way that I think it's going. And if it is, I'm going to make money. So let's see if we have any questions. What time frame were you using last night? For the overnight trade, I use a day chart. For the trade that we did in our analysis and we didn't find one, I'm using the 1 hour chart. But for the overnight trade, I am using a day chart in doing that. Will you be able to share your EuroUSD screen online to view? Again, thanks. I'm not quite sure what that question is asking. Keep life simple. You should be able to see my screen now, and if you have the well, it's the same. If you're new, it's too early for you to hedge. You've got to learn the basic signals first before you start hedging. At this point, we just want you to be able to get a stop loss in there. So hedging is an advanced technique. Typically, I am looking maybe 10 to 12 pips if it starts to go the other direction, and that's usually only overnight. Where I'll preset the hedge. If I'm sitting here looking at it, then I will decide what to do as I'm looking at the signal. Okay, gang, we will do this again on Thursday. Good trading until then. We are here to help you. We will help you. If you want to change your circumstance, trading is one way to do it. I found it's been very effective for me. I've been trading about 4 years and wish I figured it out 30 years ago. But you start where you're at. And if you have any questions, schedule some time with me. You can schedule time with me at www.forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. See you on Thursday morning. Bye-bye.